Okay, so as part of this week's assignment, which is actually a lead into assessment 5, I'm going to ask you to create just a skeleton, what I'm going to call it, skeleton website for your class, or potentially for an assignment or unit that you're going to do. So we're going to use the new Google Sites, which there's a bunch of tutorials on. But what I really wanted to talk about here is when you think you're done or you're ready to share it. And again, with websites, you never need to be done, because if you update, you just hit the publish button and then it's redone. But when you're creating for the first time or you're unsure about kind of who can see, there's just a couple simple steps at the end that give you an opportunity to make sure this is public for everyone. So let me just very quickly show you how to do this. So I just have this site that I've been working on for our podcast here in St. James, and I want you to just imagine, I'm just going to do a quick update on it. So something happened. Teen Talker, I'm just going to change that. So there's a few settings that you need to pay attention to here to make sure that this is viewable outside of your system. So whether you create this, my suggestion is create this in your school site, but you could do it in St. Mary's. The problem is it might go away at some point in the next several years. So here's the steps at the end. Start with this share button here. This is a little bit like permission settings. And again, this is super important. Right down here where it says links, you're going to hit change. And then you want to read these. Okay, so read these very closely. Normally, the way they start is they're restricted to just people within your system. Okay, well, if this is a website that's going out to parents, they're not in your system. So this needs to change to be public. This is really important, okay? So that's step 1. So once you make sure that's public, you're good there, okay? Step 2 then is to go ahead and publish. And when you hit publish, it's going to take any updates that you've made since the last time you published. If this is the first time you publish, then there's going to be is this okay? Is this link look good to you? But after the first time, then you're going to just publish to that same link all the time. So now I'm going to hit publish. And this is just basically saying the right side is this is what is currently published. You can see Teen Talk here. And the Teen Talker, the add-on that I made, is published here. So this is what's going to be published on what would be the left side. So I'm going to hit publish. Okay. Now, once it does that, now the website is published. But here's a key piece. A lot of times people now will grab this link up here to share. And what I want to tell you is if you look right here where there's this little link option, you're going to want to take this link to share. Okay. Now, before you take it, I want to make sure you're on the home page. So if you have multiple pages here, bring this back to home. So I don't want you to be on a back page. I want you to be wherever your home page is. So take home. All right, get it to the front, to where you want people to go when they first get there. And then you're going to grab this link and hit copy. Okay, that link is what you're going to share as your skeleton for the beginning part of our website creation. And again, this is not a formal, your website's due this week. It's just, let's get some things started, okay? And then you can kind of play with it over the next couple of weeks before this is due. Does that make sense? Okay, so the goal is get this started, get it published. Again, nobody's going to look for it. Even if it looks pretty crude at this point, nobody's looking for it until you tell them to look for it. And I'm not going to share these out to anybody until we're completely done and ready. Okay. So that's a key component to this, is making sure you understand that this is just a start. It's very simple to create. And again, I would be happy to help anybody through the process as well.